What's up, everyone? This is Seth, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about something super important, your product image thumbnails. What you're looking at right now is an example of a product image thumbnail that you typically see on a Shopify store. It's minimal, it's sleek, and it looks pretty. But the problem is, image thumbnails like this do not convert well when you compare it to platforms like Amazon. Later in the video, I'm going to be showing you actual studies and research behind this data. But just to kind of give you the contrast between simple and minimal, this scale here, it not only measures your weight, but also different body metrics like your BMI. Looking at a competitor who sells millions of these scales every year, you could see why they would be better and convert more. Not only are you showing the image of the scale, but they're utilizing each product thumbnail to educate, to show benefits, and to show why it's a better product. Now, when you look at Amazon and you want to get an idea for your own product, so imagine you sell headphones and you want to create these Amazon style photos for your Shopify store. The best way to do it is so simple, is go into Amazon, search your keyword, and look for the product that has the most sales. So here we have 58,000 sales. When you click on it, you'll notice that every image other than the first one is there to educate, it's there to show benefits, it's there to show features, compatibility, and scale. And this is why Amazon converts so much better. The same thing could be said for things like supplements. When you look at supplements like magnesium on Amazon, you want to know better sleep, relaxation aid, and bone strength. And according to the data, 60% of customers that land on your Shopify or Amazon store are going to go straight into the photos. So instead of just showing these pretty looking photos, you might as well educate, compare, inform, and get people to purchase your product through useful information. And if you're on Shopify, a brand that does this absolutely perfectly is AG1. When you land on AG1, first off, you'll notice they're always changing their product thumbnails. They're always testing. But most importantly, their product thumbnails are a great way to inspire brands to understand how it works in terms of educating. It shows the ingredients, it shows the benefits, it shows the features, and it keeps on going with the social proof, the lifestyle images. And this is a big reason as to why they are so successful. Yes, they spend a lot of money on marketing, but also when you look at the branding, when you look at the presentation, and when you look at the image thumbnails, everything is cohesive. Now, as we actually dive into the numbers, I prepared a small presentation. Everything is data backed, but it's going to educate you on why these Amazon style product images outperform those clean, minimalistic photo shots that you see on Shopify stores. Now, first thing first, the problem is these beautiful minimal product photos, they're killing your conversion rates. Unless you're selling a $5,000 watch, a $200 hoodie, 90% of every product on Shopify should be adopting the Amazon style product photography. Clean and minimal is pretty, but does it convert? Do you want your site to look good, or do you want your site to perform well? That's why sometimes we see landing pages, even at our own agency, that at first glance, we're like, this is a really ugly landing page. But when you see their conversion rates in the 6, 7 percentile, you start to understand that it's not about what it looks like. It's about the informative, the education, the benefits, and the features. And that's why this Amazon style product images, you're starting to see on a lot more Shopify stores, especially when you consider mobile. Most customers that land on your actual product page, they're not going to be scrolling much further down. All the attention is going to be in that top fold. So you have to use that product image thumbnail as a place to advertise and educate, because almost 60% of customers are going to be going there. Now, let's look at the important parts. Now, everything I'm saying is backed by sources. So this is by the Baymard Institute, and it looked at both Shopify and on Amazon. And what it noticed is that shoppers decide in seconds. They look at images first before reading a single word. And when you look at the science, 60% of users explore images first. For them to form a first impression is less than half a second. And looking at visuals versus text processing, it's 60,000 times faster. And when you look at retention with images versus text, it's 65% higher. These numbers clearly show that images are super powerful. They educate, they demonstrate, and they abide to human nature in their ways of processing information. Now the conversion gap, 94% higher conversion rate with optimized images. Now products with high quality information rich images versus low quality photos. And this is done on Shopify research by MDG Advertising. They did a study where they looked at different stores and they compared image thumbnails, ones that were minimalistic and simple versus those high quality information rich images. Now here's the platform gap that people need to understand, that Amazon converts at 4 to 5 times the rate of average Shopify stores. And images are a big reason. You can see here the Amazon average conversion rate is about 12.5%, whereas the Shopify average is about 2.5%. Now, by optimizing your images, you could increase your conversion rate by over 95%. And that's why you're starting to see brands taking this Amazon style product images and putting it into their Shopify store. Now, your customers are trained on Amazon. 2 in 3 Americans shop on the platform. So they're used to this information-rich image product photography. So when they're coming onto your Shopify store, it's a bit underwhelming just seeing a pretty looking photo. They want to know the benefits at first glance. They want to know the research. They want to know all the different features. So it's important to start thinking about your Shopify store is being heavily influenced on what people see on Amazon. 2 in 3 Americans shop on Amazon, are Amazon Prime members. So you need to bring those expectations and build them into your Shopify store. And again, 167 million Prime members, 2.5 billion monthly visits, and 300 monthly active buyers. They've been conditioned to expect images that show them what they're getting. Now, if you're thinking, how can I go about and do this for my store? The best way to do it is the 7 image strategy. And this is what top Amazon sellers do, and it's what you should do for your Shopify store. This strategy is taught by some of the biggest Amazon coaches, and you'll notice that some of the most successful Amazon products all follow this guideline. The first thing is the main product on a white background. The second is the infographic, then it's the lifestyle, the scale, the size, the features, the before, after, and the specs. Now, you don't have to be one-to-one to every single image slot, but the idea is that you have a variety of different images that are speaking to your customer about something important about your product. Every image should have a purpose. Is it social proof? If it's lifestyle, is it before and after? Is it comparing your product? Now, what each image type accomplishes. So with infographics, it's about condensing complex info into scannable visuals. You should be highlighting key benefits with icons, answers, why should I buy this instantly? With lifestyle shots, it's good to show your product in the real world. It gives customers that visualization that they'll be using it themselves, and it builds that emotional connection. The scale comparisons, it addresses the number one shopping problem where people can't physically assess size. So that's why you show it next to common objects or human hands. And it's a big reason why augmented reality plays such a massive role in conversion rates. Shopify did a study showing that brands that utilize augmented reality on their store see a 60% higher add to cart, where customers are able to visualize that product in their house and understand the true scale of the product. Then you have the features call out. So it's a zoom in on the details that matter. They point to specific components and they explain what each part does and why it's better. Then you have the before and after, or you could show a comparison. And this kind of shows why your product is better. It provides visual proof of results, especially powerful for cleaning, skincare, organizational products. It shows transformation. And lastly, it's the specs and compatibility. It answers technical questions. It shows which devices work on your product. Will this fit abandonment? Now, the mobile problem is 60+% of your traffic is mobile, realistically, when you aggregate between Amazon and Shopify, it's about 80 to 90%. So mobile converts at half the rate of desktop. And the mobile paradox is that even though majority of people are on mobile, desktop converts much better. And you can see here the desktop conversion rate. So desktop conversion rate is 3.5%, mobile is 1.8%, even though 60 plus, I would say 80 plus percent of mobile of traffic is mobile. So the solution is bake info into the images. Benefits without having to scroll down your page. No tiny text descriptions. Images become the entire shopping experience. 84% report difficulty on mobile. And the important thing is don't make them work harder. Not many people are going to be scrolling down your entire Shopify product page. So that first fold real estate where you're showing your product thumbnail has to be utilized. Now, let's talk about category specific strategies. So with beauty, swatches on multiple skin tones, ingredient callouts, textures, and close-ups. With pet supplies, you want to show pets of different sizes. You want to shoot at pet eye level. You want to scale context, which is critical. On home goods, you want to show multiple room styles, dimension graphics, material close-ups. With supplements, you want to see supplement facts, ingredient, certification. Electronics, the same thing. Port button callouts, compatibility, unboxing context. And you can see here the conversion rates by category in terms of Shopify. Now, one thing that we didn't cover is that better images result in fewer returns. 22% of returns happen because items look different in person. When you have the before and basic images, your return rates are around 30% versus the after optimized, which are about 21%. So to prevent returns, you could have accurate scale comparisons, true to life colors, multiple angles, context shots, and set realistic expectations. Now, the rise of customer photos. 80% of consumers find customer photos more valuable than brand photos. It's not so much UGC, even though it is user-generated content, it's about showing photos of your customers with your product. And you're starting to see a lot more brands that are utilizing that thumbnail slot, showing actual customers with the product. So among Gen Z, 91 seek out UGC before buying. They're coming from platforms like TikTok and Instagram, and this is how they're digesting media. So pages with UGC see about 91% lift in conversions amongst visitors who interact with it. Now, the shift is already happening. Smart DTC brands are adopting Amazon-style imagery, and here's why. When you look at Owala, they beat Stanley for the #1 bottle on Amazon. Now, let's go take a look at them. Here you can see the first image is a clean white background. Then you can see the second image, it's a close-up. It's showing you swig with a chug spout, sip with a built-in straw. And this brand outperformed Stanley. So just think about that. The third image is showing the leaf-proof lock. The next image is a zoom in talking about the triple layer insulation. Then it's talking about the grab and go, the portability. The next one is the size comparison. It's the scale so you understand. And just like I said, the last one is that lifestyle photography. You then understand the scale of size. The next brand is Caraway. They launched an Amazon storefront with imagery tailored to how Amazon customers actually shop. And these are just good examples for you to go and see and understand. Now the key takeaways of this presentation are this, is that images are your #1 conversion lever. 56% of users look at images first, and 94% higher CVR with optimized images. The next thing is your customers are Amazon trained. Almost 2 in 3 Americans shop on Amazon, so they expect images that educate. The next is the information over aesthetics. Aesthetics are only useful when you're talking about high-end luxury. If it's that $300 hoodie, if it's that $5,000 watch, then that's when it's important to have that minimalistic look. But don't just show the product, you should sell it. 99% of all products on Amazon should be using the information first product thumbnail. Mobile demands image first design. 60% of mobile traffic want that information baked into the images. And again, better images equals fewer returns. So 22% of returns are due to looking different. Now, if you want to get a good idea of what images look good for your product, just do the old Amazon test. Whatever you are selling, you want to make sure you come on Amazon and you do some market research. Maybe you are selling something like a ceramic mug. And this might be a very bad example to do spontaneously because it's such a low, let's think of something else. Okay, let's look at this dog shampoo, right? So here you can see on the dog shampoo, it's that clean white background. Then it's going to go into the benefits. It's going to show you all the important things. It's paraben free, it's alcohol free. And this is how you find product images that can work for your product. It's come onto Amazon, type in your product keyword, and then you want to find the product that has the most reviews and the most sales. It's going to allow you to see what's working. There is no point in reinventing the wheel. Lastly, if you want this Figma, join our Skool Community. It'll be given away for free. It'll just give you an idea. We have a pet supplement and we have an electronic. From there, you can come on, you can see what things look like, and you can get different ideas. And just so you know, all of these images we created with Google Gemini. They're done with AI, but all the inspiration is from Amazon bestsellers. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. But I thank you for watching this video and make sure to join our Skool community. Have a good one.